Okay, for our next section on learning and experimenting about heat and light, what we're going to do is we're going to go through a few things that we can prepare in the home to be able to take with us or to use in an emergency in the home to be able to generate heat and or light. The main component that we're going to be using today is paraffin wax. And the one we're using is called Gulf Wax. It comes in a box like this, and they come in little bars like this. What we're going to do is we're going to melt this wax down. So we're going to use this to make stoves and tenders that will allow us to start fires easily and allow us to do some simple cooking. So my helper Serenity is going to help me boil these down. Now the first thing that you want to do, and we've already got a pot of boiling water here, we need to use a double boiler. So you don't want to use your wife's good dishes or anything for this. What you want to do is get a can. This is a can of pears, and we're going to balance it by putting 2 bars of wax in here, and then we're going to put this in our boiling water. So this is making a double boiler without us having to get any dishes completely ruined. So this can we will never use for food again. Now this is going to fairly rapidly melt and cook down, and then once it's done, then we'll take it off the heat and we'll pour it into a couple different things. And we're going to talk about some of the different things that we're going to make. Okay, so here you can see our water's still boiling. You can see our wax is starting to melt. And we're going to add some more bars to this because we need a bunch of wax. So this is just going to sit here and melt, and then we'll have melted wax ready to go. So I'm going to add another bar to this, and that'll just melt on down. Okay, while our wax is heating up, or melting rather, we're going to do some preparation on some other stuff. This is all stuff I pulled out of my evacuation kit. First thing we're going to do is we're going to make Egg Carton Tenders like this. These are essentially candles that we're able to throw into a fire. We can throw one of these into a fire and light it, or we can light it, put it down and build a fire around it, and it burns like a candle. It'll burn for a good long time. And we can use a couple different things to build this. First of all, what we're going to do is, I don't want to make a whole bunch more of these right now, so I'm going to cut my carton down, and I'm actually going to use this carton for a different project. I want to cut it a certain way here. So I'm going to cut this down to the way that I want to use it here. And what we want to do here is, this is dryer lint, and it's just regular old lint out of the dryer. When you dry cotton clothes is when you want to make sure you grab it, but pretty much any lint will burn, but cotton lint burns the best. What you do is you just fill these egg holes with dryer lint, and this stuff, dryer lint, is a wonderful tinder. It burns really good, really hot, really clean. And so what we're doing is we're taking this and we're just turning it into a candle. And you can use wood chips, you can use anything you want that'll burn. You can use in these. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to make some out of cotton balls. So I heard about this and I hadn't done it before, so I'm just going to try it out. I already know how it's going to work because cotton balls are one of my favorite tenders. But we're going to shove cotton balls in here, and there we go. We've got our flammable material prepared. So here's our melted wax, and what we're going to do, notice I'm using a pair of ice grips to hold this tin. It's extremely hot. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pour the wax into the egg carton And if you notice, I've got this on a piece of cardboard because it's going to make a nasty mess, and I don't want my wife to kill me for getting wax all over her counter. So I'm making sure that I don't leave a big waxy mess on the counter. So I'm just going to fill these. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pencil, and you can use anything, but these have expanded a little bit. So I'm just going to make sure that these are all down in and that everything's saturated with the wax. I'm going to pour a little more here. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Now we're just going to let these sit and dry. So once you've had it sit, it'll look like this. And what you do is you cut one of these out like this. And then when you're ready to start a fire with it, you can just start this on fire, or if it's gotten wet, you can just break it down and get in here. And you can start this on fire, and you just set it down like this, and you're going to build your fire up around it. You're going to build up around it with your wood, and this will sit there and burn just like a little candle. It is a candle, and it'll burn for quite a while and give you a really good start on your fire. So that's how you build, I don't know what you call these, egg carton candles, egg carton fire starters.